guys, welcome back to the couple watch build series, video number 2, where I built the exact same watch for a gentleman. So if you haven't watched your first video, go ahead and have a look. And today we are continuing this series where I built for the husband. Enjoy. So right now I'll show a quick montage of the final product so you can have a better look at how the final watch will look like. So again, just like the first video, we are building this watch using the Seiko NH35 movement with the deck complication automatic. So first thing first, let's take out the movement and have a closer look. And what we're going to do next is to actually install the dial on top of this movement. So this is the NH35 movement, and I'll be installing this gorgeous, beautiful looking dial on this movement. White dial, Seiko logo with rose gold indices. So this is more towards a dressy look watch, and I think this will look really good. So first thing first, take a look at the dial feet at the back. So obviously we just need 2 dial feet and 2 needs to be removed. So as per usual, let's trace it back to the movement, and this is a 3 o'clock crown NH35 movement. So the crown will be at the 3 o'clock position, and I'll just need to map out where is the dial feet and which one to be removed. So the best practice is to actually use a marker to mark it down. So it's actually the one that's closer to that window needs to be removed. And similarly on the other hand, this needs to be removed. So let's do final check before we actually cut it. Make sure we don't cut the wrong dial feet. So I've marked down the feet that I need to cut. So let's go cutting. So I'll be using a general plier to do this. So locate the pin that you want to remove. So just grab it using the plier, twist it back and forth, gently and slowly, and the dial feet should come right off, just like this. So rinse and repeat for another dial feet. And voila, there we go. So again, so it's a bit uneven on the surface. So what we will do is we take a regular household nail clipper. So it's like a filing profile here. So we just file it over the dial feet to even it out. Right, use a puffer to blow out dust. And yep, the dial feet are now ready to be installed on the movement. Alright, so we have the movement here, and time to install the dial on the movement. Align the dial feet to the hole and gently press it down to install the dial. So the dial is now perfectly sitting on top of the movement, and now we can proceed to the next step, which is to install the hands. I'll be using this dynamic movement holder instead of the usual NH movement holder. Reason is because the dial is so much bigger than the movement, so it doesn't really fit in this holder. So I'll be using this holder to grab the movement and install the hand from there. It's much more consistent that way. Okay, so now the movement is steadily being held by this very useful movement holder. Now we can proceed with the hand installation. The first thing first is to actually turn the time into midnight 12 o'clock position before we start installing the hand. So how we do it is we just pull the crown to the time setting mode, which is the outermost position, and just keep turning the time until the dead jumps. So at the point that just jumped, that's 12 in the midnight. So as you can see, it's almost dead. So we just continue advancing the time slowly until it jumps. Alright, there we go. This is exactly 12 in the midnight, and we can start installing our hand from here. Before we install the hand, let's take a closer look at the hand. So it's also a rose gold hand, and it's a very dressy look hand. and it fits perfectly in this build. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this hand will look on top of the dial. So obviously the time is already in 12 in the midnight, so I can start by installing the hour hand pointing to 12 o'clock. Okay, looks good. And next I'll be using this hand presser tool. It's a good to have tool that can ensure you install and you're pressing the hand evenly down. So I like it very much. Turn it around while you're installing so you get an even push. Okay, I'm really happy with our hand installation. So now let's just test it out. Turns perfectly fine, smoothly. Good, it's pointing directly 12 o'clock when the date jumps, so I'm really happy. So now let's continue with the minute hand. Again, I'm just going to repeat the same process to make sure the time are exactly 12 in the midnight. Even though I just did it, but it's a best practice to keep doing it to have the most accurate hand setting, right? Okay, so I just gently install the minute hand. Now I'm just going to use the pusher to secure it down. Generally, I'm very happy with it. So now let's just test it out. Make sure both the hands are not touching each other so they don't scratch each other. And then let's test the depth transition. Alright, so it's around half a minute to 1 minute kind of slow, but generally this is actually a very good result and I'm really happy with it. So I'll be proceeding to install the second hand. One thing we could do is to always clean up the hands before we proceed. Just gently brush the hand, remove any dust, any fingerprint from the hand using the rolly comb. Okay, do a quick puff. Now onto the next hand, which is the second hand. So second hand, we don't need to align it to 12 in the midnight because it keeps running. Let's start installing the second hand. Alright, the second hand is in. Now let's test it out. Yep, it's moving. So just make sure the second doesn't touch the hour and minute hand, especially the minute hand. So what I can do is turn the minute hand, make sure it clears each other, it's perfect. Now let the time run, see if it can clear it while the second hand is moving. So the second hand kind of touches the minute hand. So I'm just going to use a tool to actually separate them out. Get some plastic like this. Just gently push it up just a bit so they have clearance for each other. Let's give it a try. Yep, it clears perfectly. Right, perfect. Alright, now we have all three hands installed on the watch. The next thing is to actually remove the stem and start placing the movement down into the case. This gorgeous and beautiful case. Look at it. Alright, let's do it. Okay, now I'm going to open this case and start placing the movement inside. So this is the spacer, which we'll need later on. So I'll just put it somewhere safe. I can remove the crown first, and we can now place the case over the movement, just like this. And it should fit perfectly inside the case. Flip it over. Now the movement is in the case. You should find a new stem from the movement that you purchase. You just take it out and let's just screw in the crown for now. So you should be able to screw down the crown. Now to insert the stem to the movement. So quick tip, twist the crown while you're inserting. That will help with slotting in the stem into the mechanism, just like this. So once you're able to wind, you're able to change the date, the time, then you should be golden. And then this is the spacer. Just slot it in gently. Should fit perfectly as well. And let's just close the case temporarily to see how everything looks like on the front. Check it out. It looks amazing. So I'm able to wind the movement. I'm able to change the date up here, and obviously set the time. Awesome. I'm really happy how this all turns out so far. So what's next is to actually measure the amount of stamp I need to cut. So I use a caliper. So basically you just measure the length you need to cut out from the crown until the case, which in this case is 5.9mm. So what's next is I'll open the case back again and take out the stamp and cut accordingly. Right, it's out. Now let's just temporarily close the movement and put this movement somewhere safe. Unscrew it and mark the length that we want to cut accordingly. So always cut less and slowly make your way up. So if you cut too little, you can always cut again, but if you cut too much, you can never go back. And we can start trying the stem and the crown, see if it's a good length. Okay, there we go. Now let's just try it out on our watch. Oh, the length looks just about right. Let's put the spacer in so the movement doesn't move around. I think it still has a little bit extra. So instead of cutting it, I'll just sand it down aggressively. Hopefully that'll make it the right length. Should be able to screw it down easily. Now let's try it out. Remember, don't force the stem in. Just gently twist and push, twist and push. And there we go. Able to wind. Let me put down the spacer for a while. Let's see if I'm able to set the date and time. Alright, this is the date. This is the time. Alright, I think it looks really good to me. Let's just close this case and see from the front. Right, I think it looks really good. I probably can further sand it down a bit more, so I'm going to do that. So now I've sanded it even more, so let's just try it out for the third time. So cutting the stem is really try and error, so don't go too aggressive at first, because you can always cut it shorter afterwards. But if you cut it too short, there's no going back. Yep, as I mentioned earlier. Open the case. Try to do this gently and slowly. Right? I think it's really good, to be honest. Let's look from front. Yep, I think it looks really good. Now I'm just going to take it out one last time to apply the thread locker. Make sure you're able to screw it back on, like this. Alright, perfect. Wipe off any extra. Just random paper or just tissue will do. Now install the crown back in. Again, gently push and twist, push and twist. Now it's in. It's able to wind, able to set the date, the time. Okay, awesome. Now notice there's an O-ring on the case for water resistant. So now we just want to take it out and grease it properly, like this, and place it inside this greaser. Close it and twist it to grease it properly and thoroughly. Once that's okay, take it out and install back on the case back. So now the gasket is properly greased for water resistant. Do a final puff before we officially close the gasket. can use a ball to tighten it. Alright, now it's good. Take a look at the watch. Looks really good. I like it a lot actually. Right, really close in completing the watch. The last final step is to actually install the bracelet on this watch. Obviously this bracelet is stainless steel silver with rose gold accent. Obviously it's to complement the rose gold theme watch. So I'm really excited to see how the final watch will look like. So this watch actually comes with a sleeve. I don't know, because I don't know what this called, but it looks like a sleeve to me. So in order for me to install this sleeve, I'll need to remove this end link here and then install this on it. Right now it's to actually install the bracelet. Alright, it's done. Bracelet installed successfully. Just do a quick wipe down, remove any fingerprint, any dirt. Right, awesome. So this watch is done. I'll do a quick close-up, some montage for you all to see the final product. And I'm really happy about this. Thank you all for watching.
Alright, that's it for this Seiko Mod watch building video. I hope you all enjoy watching it as much as I enjoy building the watch and making this video. So feel free to like the video and let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. And definitely follow if you want to see more watch building video, because I do have a lot of exciting build coming up real soon. So stay tuned. Thanks.